Hey guys, Dijon here from Trend Watchers, and today I'm going to show you guys the relationship between trends and the YouTube algorithm. So really what we're going to be covering in this video is the myths within the YouTube community. The YouTube community, they have a lot of myths to where like people say you need to do this to have a successful YouTube channel, you need to do this, do that, do this, do that. I'm going to show you why all those are myths and why those they're all just beating around the bush, to be honest, and no one's really getting to the main thing that really makes a YouTube channel successful, or what makes you get viral videos. So we're really gonna be debunking these myths right there. And then after that, I'm gonna show you why everything you know about YouTube only accounts for 5% of success on YouTube. And then after that, I'm gonna show you guys how to work in harmony with the YouTube algorithm and not against it. So yeah, that's really what we're gonna be covering in this video. And let's get right into things right here. So really, when it comes to your knowledge on the YouTube algorithm, really how to grow your YouTube channel, it's not your fault, and it's also not the fault of the people that taught you how to grow a YouTube channel as well. They're kind of confused on how to, on how the whole process works. And here's how this whole big cycle happened. So it started out like this. So we first had the first YouTubers, right? Right when the platform came out, you had your first YouTubers with the channel, and they and since there was low competition on YouTube, it was really easy to get a lot of views and subscribers. So these channels, they were really able to grow really quickly, almost overnight. Some of these channels, and some of these channels, they kind of saw a demand for people wanting to know how to grow a YouTube channel. So they started putting together some information hey, you need to focus on this, and that. And they package it into a video or a course or whatever it is, and then they push it out to their students, and then maybe 1 out of 1,000 students had success, and then out of those 1,000, 1 out of 1,000 students are wow, I was able to get 50,000 subscribers, and I was able to get or 1 million views just by following this guy technique here by using clickbait, or by doing this in my videos. So now I'm qualified to now go and make my own course and show people how to grow a YouTube channel as using the methods I did. And there's nothing wrong with that. Totally not against that. But really, the information we're the people out there really pushing out, it's the right information and the wrong information at the same time. They're really beating around the bush when it comes to really growing your YouTube channel. And like I said, there's nothing wrong about it, but it's just a giant mess of confusion. Just the best way to say it. We're just having a cycle going over and over again, and there's a lot of people out there. Who are just pushing out the wrong information, saying, "Hey, you need to focus on your thumbnails. You need to focus on SEO first. You need to you got to make sure you have proper lighting, which is important. But we're talking about these small useless details that really don't." That have really have no direct correlation with the YouTube algorithm, these small useless details. They keep focusing in on that there, and they're not focusing on the main thing that really drives the YouTube algorithm. And by not focusing on that main thing that really drives the YouTube algorithm, it's really going to take people a long time to grow their channels. I mean, I've seen people that take where it took them about 5 years to get 1,000 subscribers, when it takes someone else to get that same 1,000 subscribers in a day. It's just awful, and that's really the reason why I wanted to found Trend Watchers, is to really help clear up this big mess of confusion right here, and to really organize things to where you guys are really able to where you're not basing your success on YouTube around luck. You're really able to have a strategy around it. And really with these people right here that really push out, that really give out YouTube advice, they really want to help you guys, but they really only have they really only focus most of the time on one piece of the puzzle. But here at Trend Watchers, one thing you're gonna notice by going through this course is that we always take a logical view of the entire algorithm, and we exploit it using math and formulas. And we do that because math and formulas, they're predictable. And by having things being predictable, we're able to do them over and over again until we're able to really achieve success. And by having by being able to do that, you're really able to kind of make an accurate game plan for yourself using these formulas and maths. So really, with all these YouTube gurus and small channels giving each other advice as to how to like make yourself stand out on YouTube, how to grow your YouTube channel. To be honest, all of the information combined, it only accounts for 5% of what makes a video go viral on YouTube, and here's why. Now I'm gonna make a parable between like like a car, and I'm gonna tie it back into YouTube to really make things easier, to really make this concept easier for you guys to understand. So let's say you just bought a red Toyota Corolla, it's brand new, and but you have a problem. Your car won't move. So you go and take it to a mechanic. Well, actually the mechanic will come to you because your car doesn't move, obviously. And your mechanic, he looks at your car and he changes the battery like 100 times. He changes your tires like 100 times. He checks the parking brake like 100 times, and he keeps on checking your fuel tank like 100 times. When the problem is actually in the engine. Now I know of cars. Obviously, a lot of parts, they're interconnected with each other. But just to keep things simple, let's just say the engine, the engine isn't working, and if we keep, we could work on everything else, but if the engine isn't working, this car is not going to go anywhere. And it's the same way with the YouTube algorithm as well. A lot of people, they keep beating around the bush. They keep focusing in on like your long tail keywords, video tags, and your thumbnail. Same thing with the car. It's almost like you're focusing on the tires, your fuel, your battery. You keep beating around the bush when the problem is like in the engine right here. And really, by beating around the bush, it works in the long run, but it's gonna take a lot of trial and error. And not only that, it's gonna take you an absolutely long time to grow. And how do I know this? Because I had to post over 1,000 videos myself to figure this out really the hard way. And let me tell you, 1,000 videos, it absolutely just, it. Well, I guess because it was like, because the niche I was in, it was my passion. But just like uploading and editing 1,000 videos, that's a lot of work right there, you guys. So your next question probably is, what produces 95% of the results with the YouTube algorithm? Well, back to our car example, like the way how we're going to get this car going is to fix the engine. So by fixing the engine, we're now able to get the car going. And the engine for YouTube, the YouTube algorithm, it's actually trends, believe it or not. And the reason why it's trends is because trends are topics people are interested in. And I'm actually going to elaborate on this topic on the next video. But I'm just showing you this video right here, kind of really the relationship between trends and the YouTube algorithm. And really back to our car example, just to really kind of like show you how this fits so perfectly within this chart right here. Back to our car example, after you fix the engine, right, your car is now able to like at least move, right? So now let's say you have a distance potential of like 800 miles, right? You're now able to go 800 miles until you finally run out of gas, right? But let's say you optimize your battery a bit, you change the tires to where they're a bit more efficient, to where you're able to get better mileage. Now now your distance potential is like 800 to now 1,000, let's say, for example. And then let's say you focus a bit on like your parking brake, fix that for some reason, and then you add fuel efficient into your fuel to where it's better on the engine, and to where all the parts in here are to where they're able to run more effectively, therefore giving you a better miles per gallon, allowing you to drive even further. So now just focusing on the engine alone, you were able to get the car going at least like 800 miles. But then by focusing on these small little things, they slowly added to the car to where you're able to make it a bit more efficient, to take it even further and further as you optimize every single thing as well. And it's the same way with YouTube. If you focus on these like these small things first, sure, they do work, but your video is not going to go anywhere, because your video is not going to go anywhere because you're really not moving. Your engine's not working. Your engine's not moving. But really, you focus on the engine first, so at least get really at least get this YouTube car moving, which kind of represents your video and getting views. Once you at least get it moving, by focusing in on trends first, you then want to go to focus on your long tail keywords, channel tags, video tags, your video description, posts every day, your thumbnail, initial likes, and watch time. I just have these kind of as an example, because that's like a lot of advice people really push out there. You could then start to put, like focus on these things as long as they tap back into that trendy video, to where you're able to take, like, let's say your video from, like, let's say it gets like 10,000 views to maybe 15,000 views now, just because you just went ahead and just added a nice thumbnail and some tags and all that stuff right there. So that's really what you want to focus on first. You do not want to focus on the rest of these things right here, because if you do that, your car is not going to go anywhere. You want to work on the engine first, and then everything else to further optimize it to where you're able to go even further. So to sum up this whole video, trends first, and then everything else. And this video is, it was really short. Like I said, I just wanted to show you guys the relationship between trends and the YouTube algorithm. Please go and watch the next video. It's really gonna show you, really, not really a brief history of trends, but like how we really take advantage of trends to really propel ourselves forward. Not only in our industry, but also like from our competitors, and like I'm just gonna show you guys a lot of great information when it comes to like trends. So make sure you guys go check that out right now. And that's it for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.